Hello everyone. Today's question of the day is a geometry question based upon circles. It is a past CAT question. Let us try to solve it. The question is a circle with radius 2 is placed against a right angle. Another smaller circle is also placed as shown in the adjoining figure. What is the radius of the smaller circles? So we have two circles over here. The bigger circle has radius 2. The smaller circle, let me assume that its radius is small r. I need to find out the value of small r. We can see that the bigger circle is touching this side and this side, that means the vertical horizontal line, while the smaller circle is touching the bigger circle as well as these two lines, horizontal and vertical. So how can we solve this question? Let this be the center of the bigger circle, this be the center of the smaller circle. We are talking about the right angle in the question, so definitely we'll be using the Pythagoras theorem. Now if I join this and if I join this, I can say that this is 2 because these are radius. Then if I join this particular line over here till here, I can say that this line will also be 2 from here to here. Let me call this point O, then A, B, and let me call this D, the center of smaller circle. Now in this right angle triangle OAB, I can say that OB square should be equal to OA square plus AB square, that means 2 square plus 2 square, which should give me OB equals to 2 root 2, right? Now OB, if I want to write it in terms of sum of radius of smaller and bigger triangle, how can I do it? See, I know that this radius is 2. I know that smaller radius, the radius of smaller circle is r over here. I now need to find out the length of dB over here. So how can I find out dB? I have found a smaller square over here. I know that this will be equal to r, this length will also be equal to r, hence I can say that dB square will be equal to r square plus r square, because this is also a right angle triangle over here, the small one. Let me call this point x. So DXB is also a right angle triangle, that's why I can say that dB will be equal to r square plus r square, which gives me root 2r. Now if I know dB is equal to root 2r. Using this I can find out the length of OB. OB will be equal to how much? First of all, the radius of bigger circle 2, then radius of smaller circle which is r, then this length dB. So dB is root 2r. So both of these should be equal. So I can equate both of them. I will be getting this. So I will get r root 2 plus 1 equals to 2 root 2 minus 2. So I can say that r will be equal to 2 root 2 minus 2 upon root 2 plus 1. So this will be the radius of the smaller circle. Now you can further rationalize it. I hope you know what is the meaning of rationalize. Rationalize is nothing but what we try to do is, in a fraction we try to rationalize the denominator. That means we are trying to make it a rational number. We are trying to make the denominator a rational number. Here we can see that root 2 plus 1, root 2 is a irrational number, so I can rationalize it. How will we rationalize? We will multiply and divide this fraction by root 2 minus 1 upon root 2 minus 1. This doesn't bring any change to the fraction. So in the denominator we have a plus b into a minus b, which becomes a square minus b square. So root 2 square will be 2 minus 1 square will be 1. So 2 minus 1 in the denominator will ultimately get 1 only. So we just have to take care of the numerator over here. So numerator r would become 2 root 2 minus 2 into root 2 minus 1. Now you can multiply and simplify this. You will be getting 6 minus 4 root 2 as the final answer. So that's it. It was not a very tough question. Now every day we are solving one geometry question. We are also, along with that, we are also talking about all the properties that are included in that question. So this is a very good series. You all must follow it. If you have a doubt in this explanation, you can comment. Thank you.